Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Disco Elysium. My name is Chris. I am here with my co-host Tyler. Say hello, Tyler.
If you need Tupperware, I got nothing for you. I don't do Tupperware parties anymore.
That's right, that's right. Not since the incident.
Yeah. What's your favorite multi-level marketing scheme? Mine was Tupperware's because it seemed like the most innocuous.
I'm gonna go with those weird, stretchy tights that everyone had. What are those called?
Oh, like that's not Spanx.
No, no,
Not
no. The one that had all the patterns, you know?
LuLaRoe.
Mm-hmm. That's the one. That's the one. All right. In any event, last time we talked to a man who claimed to be Martin Martinez, and then we are now in the process of running him down to ask him questions.
Yeah, and I think that was a brilliant name, much like the President of San Francisco. Although he yields less power than the President of San Francisco ever did.
That's true. That's true. All right, but we were in this hallway and we were having a little discussion if we wanted to knock on some doors, and I think you came down on the side of yes.
Yeah, I'm morbidly curious to see like if there's anything on the other side of these doors that may help us, or even if like there's an interesting story thing there. Like
All
we
right.
like yeah, there could be like a family in there, and we could like solve a dispute, or maybe like there's somebody who's just I don't know needs help, or maybe we can learn more about the world.
All right. Well, in that case, let's do just that and investigate these apartments.
You hear
Yeah.
someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
No, that's knock. Actually, the more that we go through this, I'm starting to wonder if we're just like being like jerk cops and just harassing people in their own homes.
Well, I guess it's up to you to decide how harassing you do or do not want
Well,
to be.
let's knock. We can just say like if we can hear somebody, maybe there's a noise thing happening. So
The
knock.
walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side.
I'm torn. Let's knock again. If this doesn't go well, let's forego the other door.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
All right, that's not what that says.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, who demands a female voice, wary and intense. Yeah,
Who is this? She says.
yeah. Let's say this is the police.
All right.
Do I have to open the door? Do you
No.
have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Well, she
Yeah.
just doesn't want to talk. That's fair.
And she has exercised her right, and that's absolutely good. Kim keeping us in line.
Want to try talking to the person who is communist propaganda outside?
You know what? Yeah, maybe we can be friends.
All right, let's find out.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Let's knock. Hello, comrade.
No reply.
Now if it's locked, let's leave it. Let's just
All
leave
right.
the padlock.
No itchy little fingers, eh?
My fingers are not itchy. In fact, they're well moisturized and kind of smooth and buttery.
Excellent. Well,
Yeah,
let's head up to the balcony if you're ready.
I'm good to go.
All right. Numéro 28.
Now we're outside.
We are
go to the-
outside.
Let's go to the purple light. Has
This one is a locked door, I believe, right? Yeah, no way through yet.
yeah.
And here they have helpfully highlighted the correct door for us, so that's nice.
Thank you, Gabe Newell, for inventing
This
lights.
door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
Let's knock. Let's do a ginger knock.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Like he was being kind of coy, and if he's in danger, I don't want to put him at risk if we can avoid it.
Yeah, I mean, generally bad look for the cops to have their witnesses,
Yeah, and to be fair,
Scared.
like we do look kind of strange. So,
All right.
like
So,
where strange-looking cops go to their door.
do you want to agree with him then? Sounds like.
I agree. Yeah.
All right.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
Let's
All right.
I was gonna say let's lock no one more time just to see. I'm morbidly curious if
This door is
persistence
made
pays
of
off.
metal and appears to be. No one answers.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Let's leave.
All right.
Darn. That's gonna be like Bloodborne, where you exhaust a dialogue tree.
Well, we've got enough. Well, we'll just have to wait till tomorrow, I guess. Try again.
Yeah, we'll come back to Old Yarnum tomorrow.
All right. Well, may as well keep exploring, since we don't really have any other solid leads to work with right now.
Yeah, let's go harass people in their homes.
Well, there's this other balcony door, so we can try this one out.
Actually, yeah, maybe that'll get us to the harbor.
All right, we're out on the other balcony.
That bridge looks rickety if that's a bridge.
There, we're gonna be rich. So that's good.
It paid off in no time. Guard, we're coming for you.
There. There's this person here.
Let's bother them.
Up here, Piggo.
Hey, I'm Piggo. They're talking to me.
Well, let's finish exploring up here first.
Fair enough.
Door's locked, you can't get in.
Yeah.
Above, harps flap in the wind. Forgotten hammers and nails. Interesting.
Oh man, get your tetanus shot, everybody.
Nope.
I sliced my finger open. I had to get mine.
Alright, I assume you want to talk to the person who calls us Piggo.
Yeah, I take it as a term of endearment because everybody loves pigs. So
That's true. Pigs are intelligent and friendly creatures.
yeah, and they eat anything you give them.
That's true, like body parts. Anyway,
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Cindy's kind of based. I'm not gonna lie. Also, classy that she said the streets will flow red, not like red with blood. So that's really cool.
yeah, it didn't specify. It could be like paint or like,
Yeah.
you know.
And like, look, she's standing on red right now.
I wonder if
Yeah.
that's like metaphorical somehow.
That's like pottery. It rhymes. No, let's. We just want to know your. No, I don't want to say little lady. That sounds mean.
It does sound a little bit like condescending.
Yeah.
I agree.
Just answer the questions. I don't like any of these. They all sound very like either aggressive or invasive for no reason.
All right.
Ask away, pigman. But I don't promise to answer.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Oh, ooh, red oil.
Yeah, it's probably nothing.
You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
He does? Well, maybe he does, but that's not what. That's nothing to do with what's going on here.
Yeah, and now we can just see what she's looking at.
She's looking at
Maybe-
this lady on a boat.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Revachol. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon.
Cindy is endearing herself to me a lot, and I like it.
The company rep. So we have, we have been introduced to the Wild Pines company representative in a bit of an oblique way, but nevertheless, there she is.
A very artsy way.
Mm-hmm.
If this was a movie, like, what kind of depth of field camera do you think they'd use? Like, would they do like a zoom in, or like could they just kind of reverse the bokeh effect?
I
To
think they
highlight the
do
woman in
a
public?
smash cut to a Dutch angle.
Fuck yeah.
Not that I'm not a film guy, but that seems like the correct tone given Cindy's, disdain.
Cindy's favorite movies are all in like hard cut Dutch angles, and they're all shot from like at waist level looking up.
With hand cams.
Yeah. Found footage Dutch angle.
If you make it through the film without vomiting, you get a prize.
And you probably have your cochlea like screwed up for life because you're now gonna get motion sickness just looking at like magic eye.
I mean, I already do, so what's the problem? All right,
Yeah.
what do you
Like,
think?
so-
Any
what
more
do you-
questions for Cindy?
Yeah, what are you doing to the wall? Are you painting a magic eye on the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Mona. You can't even spell Mona with several letters from Cindy.
It's true.
I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art.
I mean, it is true. We do love public art around here.
Yeah, I support the arts.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
Oh, I didn't say I stamped it.
Yeah, well, that's too bad.
It's your word against whoever I am. I say.
I'm not entirely sure who I am, but I assume my word carries some weight.
I say this as I just fall over the balcony and disappear into the night.
Like Batman, except it's less cool.
I love the I'm Batman in German. What's Ich bin ein der Flittermausmann?
Interesting. A Flittermaus. That does sound like a bat.
Yeah, I love compound German words like that. Is that heavy fuel oil?
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
That's some clever cultural commentary.
Oh, Tyler's a sucker for cultural commentary.
I'm all about it. If you hide a pop culture thing in a thing, I'll go crazy. I'll stand up in the theater and I'll clap.
You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
All right.
What do you know about the murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
I do appreciate, although this woman is hostile to like the notion of police and has disdain for us specifically, she is still talking to us like a normal human being. And Kim is like, "Yep, well, tell you what, you're better than nothing."
Can we just talk to you for like 5 minutes about anything? Like, we need a break from all the crazies out there.
Watch
Unfortunately
your back,
not.
ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Ungulate. I mean,
That's,
look,
fuck.
that is not an insult. Like, moose are cool.
I mean, I've been described as a moose, but that's usually when I'm like bumping into stuff.
I don't know why that triggered, but whatever.
Yeah, put on your red tunic so you can go in the lava shrine.
I didn't talk to you about this. I just decided to go look in here.
Oh, that's fair. Like, I trust you.
The Wrath of the City.
One of them's the mayor.
Someone's sleeping here recently. Cindy?
Aw, Cindy's the caretaker. Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, she's definitely not squatting. She lives here.
Oh man, if you were naughty this year for Christmas, whoa, laborer genes. Oh, we can blend right in.
+1 electrochemistry, -1 reaction speed.
Yeah, if you were naughty this year for Christmas, Santa's giving you coal, and that is a boon in this energy crisis climate that we live in.
Alright. I actually think I like the yellow pants more.
Yeah.
They complement the hat and the buttons.
Yeah, and like I prefer like the flayed ankles.
Yeah, if we, I now that we have enough clothes that we can actually they actually might matter for checks. If we have to make a check, I'll make sure to get in the right clothes before we do it.
Yeah, like I want to look goofy as fuck while we're doing like a serious scene.
435.
Ooh,
All right.
$5 in the boiler.
Yeah, I know, right? We're rich.
I'm rich in money.
All right, everybody. So unfortunately, we had a bit of a hiccup, and I lost some of the recording. You might have noticed that there's normally stuff down here to investigate. We've already done that. We basically just came out of the room upstairs, and then came down here and talked to Joyce directly. So we had a bit of chatter with her about a variety of things, and basically we're just going to go through all of our dialogue again, just so you understood what we were talking about.
Yeah,
And then we'll be all caught up. And apologies for this. Try not to let it happen again.
Yeah, we were attacked by Yoshikage Kira, so now we're redoing the day again.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
All right, let's talk about the boat.
What would you like to know?
Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
But what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Kim is
Not a lot of
studying
people on boats, are there?
observer.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
We are?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
I thought we were in Revachol.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
Still, haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You have a license?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Alright, we got a handle on the boat thing.
Good.
Next, the strike.
Of course.
What happened to Goma?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
And this, me and Tyler agreed, was not cool.
Yeah, 5'11" is not a manlet.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
We liked it, though.
I like it.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Oh yeah.
Actually, wait, hold on. I want to see what not hard communist enough for me is now, because last time we kind of took a middle of the road approach. At least I felt we did. So
Fair enough. All right. Well, last time we said, "Oh yeah, that's a good one," but
Yeah.
that's okay. Let's try this one. Sure, why not?
Personally, I agree.
It lacks the pizzazzo of every worker a member of the board.
So she said pretty much the same thing, except
Oh.
really, I think that it lacks the pizzazz of every worker. Alright, but what do they mean by it?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what? About anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
King is dead, long live the workers.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
And what are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyar at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Alright, and we were curious about Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not.
Wow.
Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Sounds like you're about to take a rapier to him.
Oh heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin.
That bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
There are two of him.
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
But what about the union itself?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
We stuck true to our communist principles.
Yeah.
An effective advocate.
Why do you
Like
think so?
Kerensky's ghost.
And we admired their strangeness and general lack of professionalism.
Yeah, because if you can't get away with the bigger things,
I
how can you
suppose
appreciate
that's
the small
one way
things?
to look at it. They're an interesting composition, albeit vile. But enough about Everard. What else can I do for you?
And you said something happened in the elections. What exactly were you referring to?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
This forewoman, her name?
Her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence, Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the union's files.
Holly disappeared. Interesting. extortion, we surmised.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
All right, and we didn't want to call them scabs in front of the company rep for fear of souring our relations, so we changed the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
All right, and one more thing which we did, which unfortunately we are not going to be able to recreate for you, is we pondered why we were too scared to ask this lady for money. We basically wound up that she's rich and that intimidates us.
Although...
But we could screw up our courage and make a volition check to try and say it anyway, if we would like.
Wait, if this fails, do we say it, or do we just say something else?
If we succeed, we say it. If we fail, something else happens.
I mean, like, we'll just say the same thing, so like, excuse me, I have money.
I mean, like I said,
I'm hungry.
I couldn't tell you. When you fail, it's not as good. If you succeed, it's usually good.
Can I have some money? I'm hungry, and the wolves are after me.
I mean, hey, it happens.
Alright, let's go for it.
Alright, say it. Mazovian Socio-Economics approved.
Voila, you're doing it.
You're doing it. How do you want to go about it?
Well, the first one is a fucked up way of asking that of anybody.
I mean, she does seem rich.
I know, but why would you say that? Like,
so that she could, implying she can afford to part with it, I guess.
I don't think that needs to be said. I feel like that's more of a follow-up thing as opposed to like a accusatory thing.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, how do you want to phrase it?
Can I have some money? If not, the boat will suffice.
Alright.
Can I have some money, ma'am, please?
Of course. How much do you need?
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament than she's letting on?
How much money do we need, Tyler?
We need 100 to clear our debt with Gart. I'm curious if like this money will... Asking for this money will hurt us later on, though, so I'm still going to take the risk and just ask. But
Alright,
I don't think being greedy is a good idea, so let's just go with 100.
Fair enough.
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily to the touch. There must be about 200 real in that zip bag, maybe a little less, plus some change at the bottom. Whoa, whoa! Did you see how easy that was? Ask her for more. Toot toot, train to Moneytown.
It's the voices like being so fun. I love it.
Can I have some more? Or
no.
Would it be dishonorable?
Why? What would?
It would be dishonorable, Tyler.
Wow, our internal dialogue is a fucking geek.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes it is.
Yeah. Stand back, musketeers. They shall sample my blade. No, let's not ask for more money.
Fair enough.
Can you eat honor? Are you an omnivore? Give me a break.
Fuck off,
So,
suggestion.
I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
Alright, well, how do we feel about potential bribery?
Oh my fuck, what is option 3? Holy crow. It's like, did I bribe you? Let's talk about something else. No. No. I feel like number 2 would be too facetious, because I feel like if this was real, I would just tell her, like, I'm in a bit of a situation, and, that I just need to clear something. Like, I'd just be straightforward about what we're doing. Because you know what we're doing, and the viewer knows what we're doing, and we know what we're going to use this money for, but to her, it's like, here's a lot of money. What is in it for me now? And it's like, well, I didn't think that far. I just needed money.
Yeah, well, now you gotta come up with a justification.
Fuck.
For why this is or is not a bribe.
I don't want Gart to fucking break into my room at night and assault me. That's what I want.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that much either. But what do you think?
I think. Well, we're playing this weird, so 4, I feel like maybe we get some sympathy, like we're Kramer.
True. I mean, that is kind of what Kim implied we should do. But
Yeah, still getting my head around the whole money concept.
all right, fair enough.
You're right, ma'am, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they are properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
Just like that, baby.
Damn.
We're rich. All right.
Boom.
Well, what else do you want to? Do you want to keep talking to Joyce, Tyler?
I feel. Wait, we can you tell me about the lynching? Is there new stuff there? Like that's highlighted. I thought we talked about it before.
Nope, we haven't talked. It's come up, but we haven't asked her directly about it yet.
Oh, okay, my bad. What
you can ask about the company or ask about the lynching.
Tell me about your greatest fear. No, tell me about the lynching, please.
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
And we don't have our badge.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Well, it's because I got so drunk I forgot who I was and lost all of my possessions.
Yeah, but don't tell them that.
So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
How honest do we want to be with the nice lady, Tyler?
Why would we tell her we were drinking? That just seems like it's not helping us. Or will she appreciate the honesty?
I mean, it's tough to tell.
Because she was really forthcoming with just giving us the money, so it's like she's really trusting, even if we are just the authorities. So it's like, how curt can we be?
I don't know. It's up to you.
I feel like I could have eaten it. It's funny, but that's too flippant, especially if we're just trying to like garner her trust. But yes feels like a punk answer to me.
Gonna own up then?
This is hard. I think this is the hardest decision I've made today, and I drove for 2 hours.
Yeah, those are some tough decisions.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's be honest about our heavy drinking.
All right, fair enough.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Hang on.
You and Sergeant Pepper growing out of your back.
She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
All right, our suggestion, thinking up another way out of the situation.
And we can probably pass that pretty good, so that's nice.
Got a 72% chance. We can question what kind of arrangement it would be before we make the check, probably.
You know what? Yeah, let's. What kind of arrangement would it be?
I mean, favors for favors. A dirty alliance of some sort. Consider this. Perhaps she has been planning it all along. That you convince yourself into colluding with her.
Interesting objection by logic. Nevertheless, because we have asked questions about it, we got another bonus points towards achieving it, if we would like to try.
I will say, like, I'm not pleased with this lack of alliteration. Like, instead of dirty alliance, she could have just said filth friends.
It's true, you could have, but we lay in the beds that we make, I suppose.
Yeah, and that's suggestion, not drama. So, whatever.
Correct. Well, do you want to try making the red check, or...?
Let's make the red check.
Alright.
Easy. Just offer her a favor. Like I said, nice and dirty.
Alright, there must be some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
Give him the body.
But expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason. The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Hey, excuse for a moment, man. Alright, so Kim has asked to speak with us before we continue speaking with Joyce.
I think that's the first time I've seen Kim's thing pop up like that. Like, he really wants to talk to us.
Exactly. So let's do that. Kim? There we go.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
I thought it was going well. Like, actually, the more I think about it, I guess like we entered the "can I have some money" thing in like a kind of like a laissez-faire kind of thing, but now it's just we're actually
just doing what she wants.
Yeah, I didn't think that through. I'm an idiot. That's actually a really good point, Kim. Also, interesting that up until this point, Kim has been usually pretty supportive of what we've been doing, even if it is kind of strange until now. Because I think we hit like the end of this before, and there was no objection, but now it's
well,
like,
this is all new stuff. We haven't gone down this path before, so
yeah. It's just interesting that we were good up until now, but
well, what do you think?
I thought it was. I feel like I thought it was going well means that we were understanding we were henchmen, but me as like the player, I'm an idiot. But really, I thought it was going well. Like, I thought that was unorthodox. Like, who just asks somebody for money so plainly like that?
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
So yes, she. It seems like your logic earlier, when it kind of poked into intrusion, might have been like, "Hey, maybe this lady actually knows what's going on, and she wants you to convince yourself to help her." Favors for favors.
That is a good point.
So, but
we could just find my badge, honestly.
All right.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
Yep, which is definitely time we don't have.
Yeah, and I feel like doing the drug trafficking right now would be hindering our investigation with the body, or could it lead into finding who actually did it? I'm actually starting to wonder now if starting this will help us solve the other case, because if there is stuff going on with the union members, maybe they have an in about it too.
Tough to say. Well, what do you think?
Do
we want to point out that, she might be onto something, or...
Yeah, she's playing 4D chess, but we're playing 5D chess. Yeah, so number one.
Yes. Knowing this does not really change our position, however.
True.
Yeah.
So, do we say we,
what do you propose? We don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Alright, so Kim is scheming up a way to get the power back on our side.
Yeah, thank you, Kim, for being the voice of reason. Once again, Kim, good husband.
Alright, but before we get back to Joyce, we are having a thought, so let's have it.
I want peanuts.
Mazovian Socio-Economics. 0.000% of communism has been built. Evil, child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Kras Mazov fucked him over, personally, with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
Alright, what are our bonuses? We've got -1 visual calculus and -1 authority, but every time we talk like a communist, we get 4 XP.
Hey, that's pretty dope.
Alright, so there we go.
Let us never forget communism.
Let's not. And let's not forget our dear viewers who are sticking with us right now, and hopefully have enjoyed this episode, but unfortunately, it must now gradually close.
No, you're rooting
Next
for
time,
us.
we can continue talking to Joyce. So, if you have been, thanks for watching.
Yeah. We hope you liked our show. I know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go.
Alright, bye.